Hi everyone, my name is Donnie Lowy. I'm at closeoutexplosion.com. The next time you are in New York, you're welcome to visit my business. I have a wholesale business here in Brooklyn. I ship internationally as well. My WhatsApp number is 1-917-913-6093. Today I'd like to discuss with you how to use a closeout broker to help you sell your merchandise. Many times, for many different reasons, you could find yourself either with an accumulation of merchandise, meaning you yourself have overstock merchandise that now you need to sell, or maybe you bought a really great closeout deal and you wanted to sell a lot more of it, and you're limited based on the customers that you have. Another reason to find a closeout broker is just simply to increase your general sales and to reach customers that you might not be able to reach otherwise. Maybe you're just starting from scratch and you don't have customers yet, or maybe you just have a few customers. So the advantage of using a closeout broker is that the closeout broker has his or her own network of customers. He or she can reach out to those customers. And the best part is that a closeout broker will either only take a commission after the sale is made, or will mark up the price of the goods based on the price that you give the closeout broker. So what does that mean? Let's say you have 500 women's hats, and you want to sell those women's hats, and those women's hats cost you $2 each. Let's say they're brand name church hats, and you want to sell them, and you might have one or two customers that could buy them. So you find a closeout broker, and that closeout broker now has a network of 30 customers, maybe 50 customers. That closeout broker might have a relationship with a department store or an online retailer that could take all the 500 hats in one shot. And now let's say you bought the hats for $2 each. You let the closeout broker know what do you have. You send them pictures or send her, information, listings, and so on. Now the closeout broker has two options. Either the closeout broker will negotiate with you and say, okay, I'll sell the hats. Whatever money you get for them, I want 10 or 20% or higher. But remember, closeout broker should not be taking a very high commission because he or she is not taking possession of the merchandise. The closeout broker is simply just matching a buyer with the seller, and you're the seller in the situation. Or the closeout broker might say, okay, you want $2 for your hats. I'm gonna mark them up and I'm gonna sell them for $2.50, for $3 each. You might think that if he marks them up by only $1 each, that's not a good deal for him, but it actually is, because remember, he doesn't have to invest any money in buying the merchandise. If he finds a buyer, he'll get $3 for each hat. He's giving you $2 for each hat. On 500 hats, he's making $1 each. That's $500, and it's an easy, it's an easy transaction for him, provided that he already has all his contacts in place. Now, it does take work. I don't want to take away, credit from what a closeout broker needs to do, because a closeout broker, he might have an easy time in making your sale, but he only has an easy time in making that sale because he's already spent years and years developing a network of buyers. He might have spent a lot of money reaching out and marketing his services. He might have developed a website. He might have gone to many, many trade shows, or a closeout broker she might have been in the retail business for 20 years. She might know a lot of the retail buyers out there. She might have put a lot of effort to visit department store buyers and to visit other wholesalers, and now she has a great database. So in other words, the closeout broker has already set up an infrastructure, has put in the legwork to find prospective buyers. Now, how do you find those closeout brokers? That's a very good question. So firstly, you could go online. You could Google closeout brokers. You could go on Google and Yahoo. That's one option. The second option is there's a network, I would call it, called IMSD. You could Google them as well and find closeout brokers through that network. And another way to do it is you can reach out to people that might not traditionally be a closeout broker, but they just naturally might have a lot of connections in the market that you're looking to sell to. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have dresses. You bought 100 dresses for me, and you imported those dresses to the Bahamas, and now you want to sell them throughout the Caribbean. So if let's say you meet someone, or you know someone that has a shipping company that specializes in shipping throughout the Caribbean. The owner of that company will have many, many contacts in the Caribbean, and especially will have a lot of contacts among retailers because they're importing merchandise to the Caribbean, and that owner of that company can act as your closeout broker. You simply would let the owner of the company know what it is you have available, what it is you're looking to sell, and what the opportunity is. You could tell the owner of the shipping company that you're willing to give him a commission, or you're willing to give him You know, he can mark up the merchandise. You might give him another bonus. Maybe if he sells the hats, you'll give him 20 hats for free, and so on. So there's definitely many ways to do it. You could think about your natural connections, think about who you're already dealing with, and they might be able to act as a closeout broker because they might have connections for people who want to sell merchandise, or you know, people who want to buy the type of merchandise you have. And the same thing works also if you want to buy merchandise. You could reach out to a closeout broker and find merchandise through them, or you can contact someone who can naturally be a closeout broker and see what connections they have, and maybe you can benefit from those connections. All right, and always be fair and always compensate the people well who are helping you, even if it doesn't lead to a deal. But if they put in a lot of effort, I would recommend finding a way to compensate them. All right, my website is closeoutexplosion.com. The next time you're in New York, I'd be very happy to see you. Thank you and have an amazing day.